let's move on to Trey Sermon. Do you think he will lead the 49ers in rushing next season?
Nope.
Who do you think will? And what's your projection for Trey?
I think, and it may surprise some people, Zach Wilson will lead the 49ers in rushing yards. Jeff Wilson. I'm sorry.
We got that little kid stuck in
Sorry.
It's okay.
So it's not Matt Pollack, but just
that's funny.
So Jeff Wilson will lead the team. It's mainly because I think that that Mostert is a bit injury prone and he won't be any younger, so he's close to 30, which is kind of a turning point for a running back in his career, and that's why I do think that although he's a monster when he's got the ball, we won't see him run as much. But Jeff Wilson proved himself that he can be a leading running back in this team, and I think that he will take that role next season. And Trey Sermon, he is an original 3-down back, I think, because he's got soft hands, he's aggressive, he's physical, not as fast as a running back, but he's a really physical runner. I don't like his style, how he runs the ball at all, but I must admit that he's great.
Yeah.
He is great. So I don't think that he will be the leading rusher, but I think that he will get the second position with rushing yards next season.
Yeah, I think that Jeff Wilson Jr. is a really good projection, because it seems to me like, if I'm right, that the Niners are going to try to change their offense and be a little bit more in the shotgun, a little bit more pistol, running backs between the tackles, and maybe Trey Sermon outside the Lance outside the tackles on zone reads. Well, then that fits Jeff Wilson perfectly. That's exactly how they used him last year on those RPOs with Jimmy Garoppolo. He's great at it. The only thing with Jeff Wilson is he's not that big. He's about 200 pounds. He runs like he's 230. I love Jeff Wilson Jr. I love him. But he's 200 pounds. He gets hurt, and he'll fumble here and there. Mostert too. And I feel like he'll be above Trey Sermon in training camp, on the depth chart, in preseason, probably week 1, week 2, because he's a hell of a player. And Trey Sermon is not even a professional yet. I guess it's going to be tough for you, Trey. But as soon as Jeff Wilson gets hurt or fumbles once, Trey Sermon will get an opportunity. And I think this guy's really, really good. Even though I was looking at where they ranked him on CBS and NFL, they had him lower. They had him more like close to 100. I thought that was I really like Trey Sermon. Whenever I watched Justin Fields, I came away from the game being like, yeah, I like his running back a lot. That's my takeaway from him. So I think this is a really good pick. And I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up leading the team in rushing, because I think that distinction will go to whichever person is the most durable. End of story. You know? I love Mostert.
Maybe. Yeah.
You got to stay healthy. Yeah. And also, Mostert's so much better when the quarterback's under center, in my opinion. When the quarterback's under center and you're running outside zone, he's unstoppable. It's like guaranteed 8 yards.
Yeah.
But the shotgun is not necessarily his game. So.
Well, I must say that right now the best running back in this team is Raheem Mostert in every aspect of the game. In every aspect of the game. Great. But he's injury prone, and that's why I don't think that he will be your leading rusher. Although I think that there's no better rusher for running back for outside zone than Raheem Mostert is.
That's right.
And there will be no better. Yeah, and Trey Sermon just can't step into his place because he doesn't have that
speed.
Amazing speed and acceleration at the first steps that Raheem Mostert has.
Now, you may not remember, this was way back, like about 10 years ago, before you might have been watching as much American football, but do you remember Arian Foster?
Yeah.
Okay. Arian Foster was not fast, but he rushed for thousands of yards under Gary Kubiak in the outside zone scheme. And I think if Trey Sermon is going to, he did run some outside zone at Ohio State from the pistol, and the way he cut back, the way he executed it was very much like Arian Foster, who was quick but not fast. So I really like this Trey Sermon pick. I think he's going to be a baller. Give it a grade.
He will be about. For me, it's B-, but I like the pick. I like the guy. I think he's just great. He is a great fit into this team, but there were so much more needs in the third round.
True.
That we could have filled with this pick. And I must say that in Kyle Shanahan's offense, a three-legged mole can run 1,000 yards in a single season if he does what Kyle asked for. So so yeah, I don't think that running back was really a need for this team this season.
I liked it. I like the whole idea of beefing up on the run game. The run game wasn't as good as it should have been last year. They don't need to be passing very much. This is a team that should be running 70% of the time. And every time Kyle Shanahan gets in trouble as a coach is because he's passing when he shouldn't be. Honestly, he's such a good run game coordinator, him and Mike McDaniel. When it comes to the passing game, they're nothing special. I think a lot of the interception issues are probably their fault because it carries over for all of their quarterbacks. So I like it. I think Trey Sermon was underrated in this class of running backs. I think he's as good as any running back in this class, honestly. I think he's that good. So I'm going to give it an A because I'm just Mr. Positivity here today.